How do I find it?
My stream?
No, just tell me so I know how to do it.
Well, I don't know where you are.
On the main page.
Did you already make an account?
Do I have to make an account to watch a stream?
I have no idea. Look up Spoopy Oogie. No spaces.
What the fuck? Phone?
You said top right. That's over here.
Good evening, Vietnam. Popped up underneath here. I don't know what that's all about. Research.
What should my name be?
Goodness. I don't know. When I was playing, I used something like Hideki because I'm a dork. But you just put Oogie.
That was Oogie. Hey! See an annoying girl running toward me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself.
That is legitimately 30 seconds behind.
No, it's like 3.
It's legitimately.
It's like 3 to 5.
You're still reading.
Oh wait, I have the playback in my thing. Hold on.
You're still reading.
Oh wait, I have the playback in my thing. I just said I have the playback in my thing. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, a good friend since we were children.
I just heard I just had a playback in my thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you don't want game sounds, we can just talk. Or you can keep one in.
And now you're reading.
Oh, are you hearing the echo? Because I had my sound on for a second, and so what it'll do is it'll play the sound from my stream in my stream, which will cause it to stream, which creates a loop for like 3 different... It does it like a bunch of times. You're the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've obviously known each other for so long. I'm done reading for now, unless someone wants me to read. Twitch chat up 2, I don't even know who the fuck is here.
Was me and someone else?
Yeah. That's funny. You read her.
Hell no.
Why are you gonna participate? Participate!
Never.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
That's me, Doki.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you didn't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. I hate you.
By the way, Ugi, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? This is totally me.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right?
No.
Don't make me keep worrying about you.
I will. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I get this? Okay. I was trying to, I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little. Okay, I'm not fucking reading this.
Even if she does exaggerate in her head.
Really does sound like our relationship a little bit. That one scene just encapsulates our entire relationship.
After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall.
Clubs!
Sailor lets me check them out. I guess I have no other choice but to start with the anime club. Hello!
Sayori!
Sailor must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I looked around and realized that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting in here spacing out, so I came in.
Good lead-in, 10 out of 10 rating.
Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know...
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori!
Yeah?
There is no way I'm going to your club.
Me.
Aw shit, the literature club. Yeah, I'm going to go to the anime club.
Okay, will you stop being a dipshit? Come on, please.
Oh, I propose.
Even Sayori's tired of your fucking shit.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made these cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes! Let's go!
I expected you to know your line for some reason, even though that's completely unreasonable. We're turning this back into windowed. I want to be able to, like, type off of it. What the fuck? No.
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake.
Being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
Oh my god, this is the most disgusting shit I've ever done to you. I told you don't call me a new member! Glance around the room.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Please stop.
Sayori always says nice things about you.
This is getting increasingly creepy.
Seriously? You brought a boy?
Yeah, we're fucking
Way to kill the
sexist in this
atmosphere.
club.
Oh, Oogie, what a nice surprise!
Some bitch knows me.
Welcome to the club.
This club is full of okay, we're done. Closing game. Actually, I'm gonna
They are incredibly cute, though.
tell my friend.
Not just because I'm the one doing all of the voices.
Someone's conceited as they sit here in their pajamas.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
Slap her in the head. Slap her in the head. Slap her in the head. Hell yeah, she made cupcakes.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Just don't
Yuri
say things
Kuma
like
Rush.
that.
Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
This is
That's
Monica,
right.
bitch.
It's great to see you again, Ugi. Why are you singing?
This game is so pink. I don't even understand.
Come, sit down, Ugi. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I'm a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well?
Dude, I want some tea. Oh, we formed a table. Oh, what? I don't get to choose? Fuck you, game. I wanted to fucking screw over Sayori.
Oh, poor Sayori. Okay, are you ready?
She looks like she's about to eat my fucking soul. Look at this face.
It's so cute!
No,
Doki
that's...
Doki!
I'm gonna fucking murder you, face.
Ta-
These cupcakes, they are poison. Oh yeah. They look like little cats. We're gonna be eating that puss. Oh shit, I forgot to read that. I just accidentally left-clicked.
Just left click again.
Why did that make my... Why is this going at 180 frames?
Who knows?
I should probably lock this down to 60 so my fucking graphics card isn't shitting itself.
Doki Doki Anime Girls is giving the,
Look, it's
the old frame rate. It's
don't know
going
why.
up.
My monitor
It's getting
does
nervous.
not need to be refreshing 180 times per second.
It's getting nervous because they're
Oh,
so Doki Doki.
I keep moving my chair, it's really uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to lean on you a little. So
Oh,
cute!
Actually, don't be in camera.
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Are you fixing it? You're fixing it.
This will genuinely bother me.
The 180 frames for the trio of adorable anime girls.
What is this called?
Doki Doki Literature Club. Jesus Christ, Elijah.
It has every game ever. Oh, it's too far.
It'll either have the full name, Doki Doki Literature Club, or it'll be DDLC.
Oh, Discord's on here.
Eh? This game came out recently, so maybe it doesn't have it on file. Unless it pulls it up as soon as you download it.
I wish. Well, we're just not gonna worry about it then.
This game came out in October.
I could turn the refresh rate down on my monitor, but that's a pain in the ass. Whee! Okay, back to this.
Well, you know.
She's good at baking poison. Fucking murderer.
Just hurry up and take one.
Yeah, she wants us to die. The president is putting the antidote in the tea for those she cares about.
Vice President? No, not even Vice President.
What?
President.
Oh,
Vice
she's the president.
Vice President.
I thought purple haired chick was the president.
No.
Oh, this bitch.
That bitch. It's the worst.
Of course she is. Where's the icing, game? Staring at me. Fucking waiting for me to die. This is really good. Thank you, not so cute.
Well, why are you thinking me? It's not like I...
Standoffish motherfucker.
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said.
Well, maybe.
Sindir as fuck.
But not for, you know, you, dummy.
Super Sindir. Alright, alright. Yurikuma Rush. You keep the whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Don't let yourself get intimidated, Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... That's not...
Okay, game sounds are working. That's all I was trying to check. Because this music is really loud, so I can't hear the stream music when I try to turn it on.
I meant that, you know...
She plays with it like it's a fucking cattail. Like this is a solid piece of hair. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea!
I'm glad.
Start breaking your toes.
Never.
Wait. Oh, I'm up in the corner. I was like, where the fuck am I?
In the corner.
They can't see your face.
So what made you consider the literature club?
Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here. So...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, maybe you should... Well, we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay?
Ah, okay, I get it. So, Pinky is the one who is actively trying to kill me. She's the one who's trying to convince me that I'm not actively trying to be killed. And then Purple Hair
is the
one trying to keep me alive.
As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised! How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know... To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events.
That really is what clubs are like. The few time, well, sort of. I mean, chemistry club wasn't so bad, but we were all dicking around.
I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
I need to put the with Sadie in the stream title.
Sadie as Monica, Yuri, Natsuki.
What's up, Soy?
And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. My nod is for you.
I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature.
Rude.
You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees.
Why couldn't they just say that instead of have them enthusiastically agree?
Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining.
Oh god.
What? You don't like Southern recap of anime girl
Get out of here.
non-dialogue?
Get out of here.
Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Uki, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way to advance from that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but these... Oh, whoops, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri Kumarashi?
Well, let's see.
What do you have against lesbian bear storms?
It's more against your accent.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally as impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well.
Foreshadowing.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?
Hella foreshadowing.
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to the minimal level. This way, Yurikuma Arashi might as well be having a conversation with a rope.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
That's how she knows how to put antidotes and
I
everything.
guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
How she knows Pinky's trying to kill me.
Ugh, I hate horror.
It's a facade. She's using it as her facilitator for all her maniacal ways of killing people.
Oh, why is that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right! You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Aloud." Give me that back. Fine. Your cupcakes and your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. I am not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not very confident writer yet?
I understand that. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe, if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable, or feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yurikuma Arashi. Why is her name lesbian?
I wanted to hear everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own.
I bet her name isn't actually pronounced Monica. It's like Monika or something like that. I don't know why it's so funny to me.
Next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Yuki?
Monika smiles warm. God damn it, I'm not gonna stop laughing at the fact that I'm calling her Monika. Monika smiles warmly at me once again.
It's Monica.
Are you sure? Have we seen a cutscene?
It's Monica, honey. Honey, it's Monica.
Monika in Japanese.
No, honey, it's Monica.
Monica.
It is? Wait, no, that's with a C.
Monica.
It is Monika, fuck you!
No, it's Monica. though.
It's Monika!
It's
Monica. Monica.
Monika! Give a fuck to Sadie!
It's
Monika!
It'll specify it. You'll see.
Hold on, there's still one problem. Hello, King?
And what's that?
now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I would join the club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I'll lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Holy fuck, that's kind of creepy looking, actually.
But I'm so sorry, I thought...
Howdy.
Okay.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes! I'm so happy!
Yeah, she'll say it gutturally like that. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me there for a moment.
What the fuck?
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
She poisoned them.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess. Not peer pressured into it at all.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all read them together.
Share. It was share.
No, fuck your face.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Oogie, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress me? Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills?
No.
I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Oogie, since we're already here, do you want to walk home?
Fuck you. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika! Fuck you!
It's Monica.
It's Monika.
It's Monica.
It's Monika.
It's Monica.
It's Monika.
You'll see.
Will I really be able... Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. What?
It's a mini game.
Do I legit have to write a poem?
Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good will happen to whoever likes your poem most.
Something bad will happen to whoever hates it. Oh, okay, this is less terrible than I thought. I was like, holy fuck, I have to write a fucking poem.
Ha! Yeah, at least you don't have to embarrass yourself on stream. Now we know what Kuma Shock likes.
What?
Now we know what Kuma Shock likes.
Kuma Shock. I want psychological. There's no...
Whips.
Huh?
It whips.
This is vivacious, holy shit.
As a pointer, pay attention to which words hit which girls.
Oh. I didn't realize that they actually... Wait, why is Monika not on here?
Because Monica is one of the ones you're wooing right now.
Rude.
Rude. Fucking Yuri can't stay on her goddamn portion
She
of
likes
the page.
tragedies. No, because she knows.
bouncing shows which one you're actually going for. So the more you get with one girl that bounces, you know, the more likely you are to have a cute moment.
Okay, so she obviously just likes dark shit. She likes deeper stuff, but it's kind of hard to find the difference between dark and deep. And then I haven't picked anything she likes.
Well, I mean, look at her.
Super depressed. I'm at 10? We're not putting a climax here. Are you fucking stupid?
Ha!
What?
Everyone's gone.
Oh, by the way. Oh, you can't listen to this. Never mind.
I fucking saw it before.
No. Let's see. What am I have like something in my head I'm trying to build with these words, but it's not working out too well. Scroll up on that. Thank you.
Going full lesbian bear storm, are we?
Going full lesbian bear storm. She's the one with the antidote.
She's the one with the antidote. I should have known.
What?
That you'd like Big Tits McGee.
I actually wasn't even looking at her tits. I like long purple hair though. Also, Tsundere is not my favorite kind of character type, and she mostly seems like she's trying to forge my destiny for me, which is frustrating. She's chill. I would have went for Monika, mostly just because her name's Monika.
Monica.
Monika.
You'll see.
Monika. Also, her hair color is normal, so normal hair color is nice.
Siori's hair color is normal.
Okay.
From this angle, it looks like a light brown. Also, this is kind of...
What does that fucking mean? Oh, that's a cool word. Wait, hold on. I need to know how that's pronounced properly so I don't fucking just assume things.
Effulgent.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. Yep.
This is also foreshadowing.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Doki Doki.
Going for some psycho horror about someone being anxious and depressed
Hi
about
again,
the loss of
Ruby.
things that they love. And in
Oh,
a dark
yeah.
place involving graveyards and death.
Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else was already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Sugi.
You're welcome, Bird.
I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you.
Cow cow.
Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like, he deserves any slack.
Sexist.
Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come in here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
They have like the same size tits. I mean, hers are a little bigger, but they have like the same size tits. Also, I don't know shit about Monika, but like, she likes psychological shit, and that's interesting. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monika and manga.
Manga's literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops her seat.
Back
Plops
into
into
her
her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Oogie always gives it his best as long as he's having fun.
We're already 40 minutes into this fucking game.
He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking and cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting when we're trying to have sex. And you almost set your house on fire once when we were trying to have sex.
That's so...
So she's
You two are
embarrassed.
really good friends, aren't you?
Only when we're having sex.
I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Oogie can become good friends too.
Wink. Yes, play with your cattail. Sayori.
Hmm?
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri, you brought you something today, you know? But wait, Sayori.
Yeah? Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
No, never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not.
Cattail.
Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
Not new. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. 10 out of fucking 10! First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. That's a lot of
Hashtag
purse. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Shut the fuck up! It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Yeah, shut up, that totally is.
Alright.
This is uncanny.
Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
Cattail. This is how this girl accidentally... What?
How is this girl accidentally being so cute?
She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Oh, whoops, I should have read that.
That doesn't seem to be the case.
Busy chamber. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Ah.
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. This is a good change in music, holy shit. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book.
I wish I knew.
Sorry. I was just spacing out. Also, I'll mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Ah. Well, when I stopped by the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see. Also, if you notice, this actually looks kind of like a hand. Look, thumb. Fingers.
I don't see it.
Whatever. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. Just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But, as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Oogie?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective.
Fucking foreshadowing like dicks in a...
When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Cattail. Hi! Don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. What?
Hashtag you. Well, I guess it's alright then.
You're making me hate myself.
But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please don't stop, and please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
Ah, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry.
Cattail.
It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with somebody.
I see. You usually read alone. How fucking weird. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the other corner of my eye. Because there's the other corner in there. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right?
I slide my desk up until it's against Yuri's, and then I hold my book between the two of them.
You really know how to make this sound like a porno.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah! I do the same with my right arm on the other side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips over to her side. But, in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
This is totally a porno. Eh?
To turn the page?
Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. Oh, look at that. Look at that fucking eyeball. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes with the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition.
Hey, it's only a 60 now.
We continue the first chapter in silence. Oh, that's...
Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange.
My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also second guesses... Wow, I'm fucking terrible at reading. But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But, Uki, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, it's so embarrassing you think that.
Oh, wait! I didn't mean anything bad by it, because that's what that says. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I could really just voice over this without reading the dialogue at this point.
It's pretty much you.
I guess I more meant it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone!
The lesbian pear storm, she is stunned.
I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. My thumb is now broken.
Crush.
I guess I'll do some more reading tonight with
Fucking-
one hand.
Fucking Wilhelm scream.
Or would you prefer I only read with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time.
Alright! I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
You're goddamn right I did! I mean, yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait.
Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I see it. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I'd do the same myself. Okay, hold on, I need to make sure I don't die.
Are you getting a little apprehensive?
This is already foreshadowing a lot of fucked up turns.
It's so Doki Doki, though.
I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all.
This is a good poem, movie. Are you sure it's your first time?
No, I've done it with you plenty of times. Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time.
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of
How you're really a part of the club now.
how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room.
Well, of course. Cord, fuck. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See, it's like I said before, Ugi. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people.
I would just like to point out it's getting really hard not to read my character's lines in the stupid accent.
That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. Why are you laughing?
Because you're fucking funny.
I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here.
To read
Then
that
again,
accent.
I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah,
How terrible is my southern accent?
and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright.
Oh, no,
Fuck
that's
you.
yours.
You think you're Ogi? You think you got what it takes? Alright, I'm going to hold you to that.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right?
Fuck you.
Don't
sure.
worry, I am really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem, but it is. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. And get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun.
Monika's the best. Oh yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. I believe that the human being and fish can coexist peacefully. What?
Funny.
Oh, I don't really know. I don't want there to be some kind of interruption that stops me from showing it to Yuri.
Exceptional.
Eh? What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Cattail.
Ooh. He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates that you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers.
Oh man, she's
And
getting fucking
having
crazy.
been through that myself, I kind of wanted to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in a new writer is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they form-fit the two together. In the the end result is that both style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably, the most challenging part.
Possibly, probably.
It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though.
Biased out.
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine. I think she's a cunt. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read over your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost white under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last... Oh, holy shit, that's a Y. This is a fucking terrible font. Dear
The last
God.
yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future.
No. It has a rhythm. What is wrong with you?
I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
There you go. Not read this line as if it's an actual fucking sentence, you
No,
heathen.
what? Fuck you.
What the hell? ...
I'm sorry to have such terrible
You
handwriting.
really should be. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Except it's in English, not Japanese, so that's the first criticism I have. My English is terrible.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's right. That's a relief.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about her fucking handwriting looks. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
I usually have a longer dick. Not at all!
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Lee.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost.
This is getting pretentious as shit.
Lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Cattails. Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Doki.
Oh, baby. Ah, me too. Okay. Let's get the harsh criticism over.
Doki, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer! Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it.
Nah.
Painful to think about?
Fine. Well, sorry.
Way to get fucked.
You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you probably think it's stupid.
Eagles can fly! Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because...
You read it like you were making fun of it.
Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't it the point of poems for people who express themselves? You're not fucking out, you cunt!
I'm muttering, don't worry about me.
Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits your heart.
That was a pretty solid conclusion.
Like this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps to bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into that What? I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya?
Yeah, I guess I did. He said I guess not, but whatever. I decided to humor- Oh, what the fuck, I was right. Oh, shit. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. It's my southern generosity. What? No, I would
totally take that away from you.
Yeah, I'd probably be pretty blunt. Be like, no, I kind of
yank
expected
that
it.
carpet right out from under them, make them fall flat on their ass.
You want to see poetry in real life? I have so many options, I better save. I don't want to make the wrong choice.
Wrong choice! Oh, hi, Yugi! Having a good time so far?
No, my feet are cold. Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for how the club... Well, suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
I will be if you fucking stab me. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Oogie.
How does she make it so that she just has like a hard dick all of a sudden? I'm really impressed by her ability to make herself
She's
erect.
swirling and dipping.
Yeah, but then she still frames it into just like a long schlong.
She carries around shoes that have fans on the bottom so that her skirt flies up.
Have you ever seen? Oh my god. This is the best magic card image ever.
I'm putting the stream on hold for a second.
Oh, this is super important. Okay. So stream? The reason this image is funny is because she's obviously holding something, but both her legs are down here. She is Olivia long gone.
She's not holding her dick.
Her very erect penis. Look at all these gazing onlookers. Seriously, what else would be there? Both her fucking legs are down here.
She's holding her dress up so she doesn't trip on it while she's flying.
You don't hold dresses palm up out like this.
She's holding it like this. Like this.
No, she's not. If you look at her fingers, that's not how that works. So,
She's holding it with magic.
No. The artist revealed that one of her legs was supposed to be up because that was supposed to be her knee,
Oh, but they were just dumb shits.
but they fucked up. And then like a bunch of these got printed. And then someone pointed that out, and it just became like this huge riotous thing. Also, she was the main image for the set, so there's a giant poster board of her in this exact shape. Like her knees weren't fixed or anything. It was great.
Anyway, don't worry, Yugi. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. And Monica. Ah, and Monica, my poem. Monica.
Mm-hmm. Great job, Oogie. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it.
10 out of 3.
It's really metaphorical.
Really metaphorical. So
I'm not sure
metaphorical.
why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
I'll show you deep. It's interesting for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Or it's easiest for me to keep everyone's
It's interesting that way.
Yeah. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes really simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
Fucking good club president. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Your turn to laugh. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
My life. I see. Well, let's read it. This is long. Ooh. Hold on. You can't hear the change in music. But it's a nice transition from the tone it was giving off before. I think they mostly just changed the instrument because the melody is pretty similar. They're using a piano, and they have like the lower tones of the piano now.
Oh yeah, I think they have a different instrument for each person.
Oh, that makes sense. Hole in the wall. I need to read some water, guys. I need to read some water.
Read that water.
It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spectacle. What? The direction the spackle?
The spackle protrudes.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, spackle is apparently used for repairs. It's like a very fucked up specific word for this. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays.
Really, though?
That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
That she's in love.
Yeah, it's something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixed on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep the pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Oh, that would be a really cool image, though. Like, you have someone losing their shit in a scene, and like, as the scene goes on, it always just cuts to this pen where an excessive amount of ink is just leaking out onto the paper and making this huge spot on the paper. And as the scene gets to an end, like, the pen is just in the same spot, the entire page is just covered in ink. And then you have like that really depressing piano sound in the background. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh?
Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant The language, I guess? I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way.
Wait. Does she not understand literature? You look for people who don't like your things in order to broaden their scope.
Anyway. She's kind of childish.
What a fucking retard.
Sayori liked it, and Oogie did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Oogie liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Oh my god. Bring, bring.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Oogie appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Oogie started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like the fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned toward me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Oogie, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she would get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple is better.
Simple writing is more effective.
If you
Sorry, I
wouldn't click
forget
so
you
fast,
don't read as quickly as I do.
this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
So I keep accidentally doing that because I get done reading it and then you're still talking and then I'm just like, oh, I'm done.
Dork.
And then I look over and I'm like, oh. Okay. Wrong. Do you not know how to keyboard? Enter.
Oh, you're pressing enter. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning. Why are you petting me? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain this to her, Oogie. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily eliminating yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Oogie? Well?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Help me, Sayori.
Help me, Sayori.
I personally do agree with Yuri. I'm also gunning for the Hirakumara Rush. So of course that's going to be Help me, Sayori! Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri? Yeah? Oh, sorry. You're a seriously talented writer. Talking! It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did! It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think that you should too? Yeah.
Get fucked, Natsuki.
Natsuki clenches her face.
In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling... What the fuck?!
Bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Rude! Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. I can't read as quickly when I'm reading it out loud, is part of the issue.
Oh!
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
Well, I was telling you that I was doing it by accident, not intentionally.
Go-
Fuck you!
Go ahead, go ahead.
Fuck you!
Go ahead.
On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki... She really didn't need to do that.
I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that.
I can't believe your boobs grew that quickly.
You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri! How could anyone have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handle it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Sugi. You're too kind.
You're my lesbian bear storm.
I'm thankful to have you part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know... I would never do anything so shameful. So...
Eh? What thing did Natsuki say?
Never mind that. I'm just gonna go make some tea.
Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah.
Wink.
Stuffing.
No!
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, mostly. Oogie, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So, your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Oogie! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go! Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? What about what happened earlier?
What do you mean?
You know, between... Oh, I'm so fucking sorry. Between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No! I hate them very much! I mean, no, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Whew. You know, Oogie, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
You fucking warrior. That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that's more to my... Whoa! I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
This is already... Get the fuck up. I also wanted to see. Boop, boop.
Boop, boop. Hey.
Okay, what do I want to do? Oh, it's Faglin.
Did you want to woo the Yuri again? Or did you want to try and
Yuri
woo
would
the
really like
the
parfaits. I'm
Sayori?
gonna go with intellectual.
Trying to stick your dick in that purple hair?
I want my dick all in that purple hair. What was the second word I picked?
I don't
Why does this just delete all of...
It's so you can take pictures.
Oh, okay. That makes no sense in this context. Strawberry.
Doki Doki. Hello.
She looks so stupid when she jumps.
It's because she looks mad, even when she's jumping. Hair. Oh man, that's some really fucking cute music.
Fuck off.
Golf.
Nightgown. She loves her some climax. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hey, Yugi.
Get over here. Yo, Sayori! Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in the good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No, thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we talk? Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then, she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How'd you even know?
It's simple. If If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought me a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you planned it conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you money. Whatever. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that leaves only one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles.
That's you.
Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Oogie to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori.
Sadie, it's been almost 2 hours, and almost literally nothing has happened other than me picking 40 words. This is a very non-interactive game.
Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. Ugh. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
I like how she's all just a car paladin chick.
There's no way
fair
you can think
retribution. Smite the almighty smiter!
Here I go. I did something bad, now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That!
No, the revolution. The French are coming.
Still coming from you,
Or the
Sayori.
Bolsheviks.
Yes, there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
Don't let her fool you! Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come to work for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Who the fuck slapped her? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the dais.
Ow. What was... a cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution?
Your restitution? What the fuck? Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
Sugar.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth.
Look at my tongue. You're going through a lot just over one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Oh, yours look really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. And yours is chocolate.
This is you.
Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Oh, jeez. Get it, I get it.
Rape. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her.
Oh.
Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. You're gonna laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh?
Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room.
Ugh. Where is Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me.
Oh, yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me?
Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are. How was the prostitution?
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Huh? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware that you played music well. As well, Monica.
As well.
I don't really.
Sean, this is the best way to ask us for pizza I've ever seen. But sure, yeah.
All 5 of us, 6 of us would like
I do,
pizza. 7?
7.
We kind of just started recently.
Cat, do you count as 8?
Yes. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool.
What? You sent that, like, not that long ago.
It does take us forever. You should play for us, Monica. That's...
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Oogie.
Monica smiles sweetly.
With her boner.
With her boner. Ah. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Hold on. Also, I didn't hear an answer through all of this. What? I said...
The VN.
I said I would. I said I'd like some. I don't know about Sadie.
All 8 of us would.
Oh yeah, we started making a joke about how there's a bunch of us wanting pizza.
It's interesting.
Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet.
See, Natsuki's the one in the closet, not Yuri.
Hey, Yuri! Are you ever gonna bang Natsuki since, you know, you're a lesbian and she's in the closet? Ah. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no. It was just a bunch of her nudes. I was just kind of waiting for you.
Ah, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing... Ba-na-na-na.
Thank you, Sean.
Yes. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Ashel pizza. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet.
Can you hold on to this for a second? I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, as she moves like a ninja ready to kill me at any moment.
But she's the one that has the cure.
Especially because of her long legs, which have blades attached to the ends of them. Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay. May I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back.
Ah, I might as well walk with you.
Yeah, why not? Shall we go together then?
Yeah!
Where are you two off to?
Well, just, Yuri was going to make some tea, so. I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monika. We're just filling the water pitcher.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it?
That's...
Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve? What?
Get wrecked.
Eh?
My mouth gapes.
I
Have a giant penis.
suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go.
Uh-oh, Yuri's a jealous type.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that.
How come even when I do something bad, you're being so nice to me?
Because nothing that you do is bad as you make it... Blah, 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 blah. Nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head.
No. Wouldn't you hate me if I did something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that?
Friend, you say?
Cattails. Yuri lifts her head.
Oogie. I really like being friends with you.
Thanks, Yuri. You get to fix that.
Which one's mine?
I like being friends with you too.
I'm doing my best to make Yuri feel better.
Anyway.
Yeah. Shall we go?
Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we filled the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom.
Oogie, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah. Anything's fine.
Very well. 200 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. Elijah's favorite question.
Stupid.
She went fucking hard on Monica for a second there, though.
What's funny about this is him not specifying Fahrenheit or Celsius. No!
Now it's time
She
to
could have put it at an angle. She said such a 200 degrees. You really do this properly, don't you?
Angling it at 200 degrees. Of course! I shouldn't do anything less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Fucking
know.
taking your tea so seriously.
In that case, you'll only ever be more impressed.
Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was just letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway.
Ah, that's great, Yuri. Kumarash. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Yugi. It's very endearing.
Not. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I'll watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Oogie, I have another request.
We should make some tea.
Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Yeah, why is that?
It's a little bit easier on my back.
Why the fuck is that easier on your back?
I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. No worries, I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Because of them tits. Is that so? I wonder why that is. Because of them tits?
It's most likely because of my...
Tits?
Aha! my...
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading?
Yes! I have terrible reading posture! So that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. Oh, I have some chocolate as well. We assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book.
Thumbs.
Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well. How am I supposed to focus? Oh, that was kind of cute. And she's making me less apprehensive. It's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand, it's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her is faded away. Use all of my willpower to focus on reading. Oh, and you say shit about putting my legs on you. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. Put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper.
Oh, sorry.
I briefly let go of the book and finish opening the wrapper.
You can have as much as you want.
That's okay, I won't take any.
Yeah? Are you sure?
Oh, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course. She held it so that I don't have to any harder time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg.
Well, in that case...
Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. And then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here! I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Oogie?
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that.
Ah, that's... well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do. Right?
I mean, not really in this kind of context, but... yeah! That's all it was!
Yeah.
Jam! Flesh-eating jam!
You don't need to stop or anything.
I see. Situation has
Got
really
moved.
gotten intense. Fuck you.
Yuri tries to return to the book. But I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding.
My Kokoro is going Doki Doki.
I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze.
This is so awkward.
I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths.
Panting over chocolate.
I raise my hand. Ah! Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! It's you. Ah! Yuri holds back. It's time for bongs! Oogie, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah.
Into like my dramatic reading.
No, I hated it. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up.
Because of the dramatic reading.
Yeah.
Intermission. Is she in the... She's in the sink, isn't she? Hilarious.
That's the sink. Ow.
Jesus Christ.
Should check the toilet and see if you can go on it.
There were more tangles in it.
You need a puppet that spoke when you spoke.
Oh, in the fucking camera?
Mhm.
You're such a piece of shit. Oh, this is what I meant by skip decisions. Whoa, Natsuki.
Well, I can admit this one's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort.
That's good.
But I still don't like it. This at all. It's trying too hard to be serious.
Eh? What do you mean by that?
Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level.
Natsuki stops short all of a sudden.
Don't tell me.
Eh?
You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you?
What are you talking about? And keep your voice down.
You know, Yuri would love this this angsty...
Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean, I mean...
Ooh.
Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me.
I am so done with you.
Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me.
Take your stupid poem, you wrote it for somebody else. Just don't show it to me.
Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Ow, that cat really got me. A little butt. Sayori! Oh!
I like this one, Yuki. Has some nice feelings in it.
Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's?
Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Why do you just touch your chest?
That wasn't my intent. I was trying to touch the screen. I thought I saw like a speckle of something on it.
On her tit.
No, there was like something like over here, and so I was just like, yeah. That's not very helpful, you know.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart.
This game would be much better drunk.
Then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
You want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt by at some point.
Eh? Well,
Natsuki's gonna fucking murder you, dude.
I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try and keep that in mind.
Well, whatever. What does VN mean?
Anyway, I don't know. Let's see. I guess I like happy poems? Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give that rain cloud a little hug. And make it a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
Eh, is it? Maybe I'm just getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Sugi. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
Bottles. I pop off my scalp like a lid of a cookie jar.
Don't read it like that.
I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and my forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. This doesn't actually have a rhythm.
My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time's elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelves, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling, but they're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
Okay, try and read this part like that real quick.
I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Like balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in the bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, all in a row.
I get where I was fucking up now. Punctuation, just ignore it.
I really like that poem.
Yeah, it gets really dark really fast. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Hold on, we need to make this a cat stream. Give her here.
That was almost my toes.
She's mine.
She's mine.
She's mine.
Mine. You're gonna point the camera at me, she's yours. No. Best poem ever.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy.
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way.
Bye, cat.
It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah. Writing is the
Drive me
best.
crazy.
I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later.
It's just like a weird fucking narrator
What?
in the background. Like it's not even the character anymore, it's just the narrator popping in, just like, eh. Like
That's
a
what his
fucking-
internal
like
voice
it-
sounds like.
Like an old man sitting in a rocking chair. You know, Sayori always had a bit of trouble. Always had a bad habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later.
That's the idea.
Fucking smoking a pipe.
I wonder if this is one of those times. Hang on a second.
Seeing that passion in your eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Get fucked.
Yuri last.
You're last. Oh, hi again, Yuki. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take it. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read.
Well, that is too low. Okay.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
There we go.
Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style?
I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented.
Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen.
I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her.
Mm-hmm. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on inside that head of hers?
I hope you don't mean that in a bad way.
No, of course not. Sticky keys. What happened? Missing some
Always scan this section.
music. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her.
Yeah? You completely misunderstood.
Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend.
Wait, really?
Yeah, a fictional one anyway.
Monica kind of whispers that last part to me.
Just a hunch, but
Well, that's not really anything wrong with that. There's not anything wrong with that.
oh, well I know. I was just saying. Anyway, you wanna read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look. Did you notice that Natsuki didn't even give me a poem?
Yeah, she's pissed at you.
Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, blue, green, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. What?
Save me, load me.
Oh, that's hysterical. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write.
She's totally inspired by video games.
I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're going to speak over the noise, or they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feelings, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, this isn't even a tip about writing. What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Why is she so fourth wall?
Let's see what you've written today.
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Oogie. This one might be even better than yesterday's.
I would fucking hope so.
How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try and give more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows.
Gulp.
Even her hands appear sweaty.
Drip drip. I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah. Just be appreciated like this, I guess. And it probably sounds really stupid. But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before?
Not,
Yuri nods.
not.
Really? I don't believe it!
And I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that?
What?
Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? What friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah. I do. If it's with you.
It's a poem, get it? The way she's talking. The raccoon. This font is still fucking terrible. Hold on. No, she does not have a single instrument.
Oh.
She has like 3 or 4. It happened in the dead of the night while I was sleeping, bread for
I
a
was
guilty snack.
slicing.
Slicing?
Yeah.
Oh, slicing bread, sleeping bread for... What?!
Well, I was slicing bread for a guilty snack.
My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as I'm
As an unordinary human.
as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. You read. I was doing fine earlier, but I'm fucking having so much trouble now.
Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more, the enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon, increments.
Increment its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife.
The very same light that glistens in the eyes of the raccoon
I
friend.
fucked that up.
I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, and so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again.
This is a euphemism, I swear. So, Oogie is the raccoon. The knife is her writing. The bread is her tits. Got it.
So soft. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah. If I take it at face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Doki?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that.
Oh, popped my ankle.
The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Oogie.
There aren't very many people out there, Oogie, who can write and listen. That's exaggerating a little bit.
It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that.
It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems.
Right?
I have some extra plans today. So, if everyone could sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Oh, do we have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets that we can give out. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah! Sorry, I thought you heard about that already. We're going to be performing! Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're gonna have a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is that we're going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I just didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Man, Yuri shakes her head and fires.
Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have only shared their poems. Haven't shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry.
Terrible president.
But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is about. Yep. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if that's what it takes, is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. Guess we'll just have to get over with it. Get it over with. Alright.
Phew!
Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, that's too sudden. Well, if you recite your poem in front of if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Ah, of course. Let's see.
She then stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural?
Totally natural.
I glance around. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. And finally, Monica finishes her
Recitation.
You didn't say anything about Natsuki. He glances around and he's like, Sayori, Yuri, Monica. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
Oh, that was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Ah, Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium.
This poem's called...
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri! It's called... Afterimage of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. She really needs to put that out. That's dangerous. Suddenly, she's fired. Finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's become alert even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me after me give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Fucking dead. Okay. I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori?
It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting for other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It seems serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even you liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that where that sort of general delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just a little embarrassing to do in front of everybody. Then, next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Oogie. Not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Oogie lower everyone's standards before I have to do it. Natsuki.
That's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Also from favorite to least favorite.
It's like tallest to shortest, biggest to smallest boobs. Favorite to least favorite.
Man, I really am a heightest and boobist. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. I already read that. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about the lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. No one.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
This poem's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting.
Oh, I thought that was the name of the poem.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhyme and rhythm to it, because that's the order of those words. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it's surprisingly well, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite the poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will make it way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you wouldn't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what I'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I am already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort into the club. It makes me really happy.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this.
Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find such same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Why am I trying to impress Monica? Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. I don't get such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that yet?
It's okay, you don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed, but today Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean...
Sayori fumbled with her words.
So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
Yeah.
Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does that thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it.
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? Sayori? I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? You know this is where I'm stopping, right?
Right before the good stuff.
Yeah, fucking 2 hours and 40 minutes of slog.
Are you sure you want to quit?
Very sure.
Oh, I was gonna get you tea.
I still want tea.